In this video, we'll go over the two-tone stimulus. There are two different stimulus options: intermodulation distortion, which has one fixed tone and a step sine sweep, or difference frequency distortion, which has two step sine sweeps offset in frequency. These are used for distortion measurements. They generate frequencies that are not part of the stimulus. The generated frequencies are undesirable because they have no harmonic relationship to the original signal. Here's the two-tone stimulus editor. On the left, we can choose between intermodulation or difference. The master tone tab is the same for them both. This is where you set the sweep parameters. These parameters are the exact same as the sweep editor. Where they differ is the slave tone. Using IM, the slave tone is fixed. So on this tab, we enter the frequency and then set a level. The minimum swept frequency and the slave tone in an IM stimulus are dependent on each other. The minimum frequency should be greater than the slave tone plus the minimum step duration divided by 14. This ensures there are at least 14 beat cycles in each step, and the closest IM products can be resolved with good accuracy. So what should be the minimum here? The slave is 200 Hz and the minimum step duration is 50 milliseconds. So our F minimum should be greater than 480 Hz. If I type 480 here, you can see it jumps, because 480 is not an available frequency with this resolution. And because we want to be above 480 Hz, we'll make sure we stop at 500. Intermodulation distortion is useful to detect amplitude and Doppler modulations on high frequencies when a low frequency signal produces a large excursion on the diaphragm. Difference frequency distortion is useful to detect distortion at higher frequencies, where single-tone harmonic distortion would fall out of the frequency range of the loudspeaker or the ear. So now we'll select difference. Again, the master tone tab stays exactly the same. But on the slave tone, there is now an enterable fixed frequency where we can manually type in the frequency. Also, we can have a ratio. So for example, we could have two sweeps where the slave tone is a 6th octave ratio of the master tone.